I must increase my bust.
I don't know nothing about this.
I must increase my
Brady Bunch.
See, are you recording that? Because that's a perfect moment where it's a generational gap.
Yes.
So that was the
I
Brady
watched
Bunch.
a Brady Bunch.
You don't remember when she wanted big boobs? And
She
so
was
she
doing the
remember that
exercise.
specific-
I must increase my bust.
I
And then all
know,
the little girls
I
used to
know,
do it.
I know they
Oh,
must
well,
have
I don't remember that, but I watched Brady Bunch.
I must have watched it too much because I'm
Yes.
on these double D's now. It's on. I don't.
Hey, well, hello there. Hello?
So tell me this. Tell me what dating is like. Now, post them that you're a single woman. You out here in these streets. What's it like? It's hard, and you're young. You, can, you know.
Yes.
But today they don't look at me as being that young. You know,
What?
and no, for real.
No, the Gen Zs thinks everybody's geriatric. If you're over 25,
you know 100% though.
you're a
Facts.
golden girl.
Facts.
So
Yes.
you saying that
I'm
if
a golden girl at this
if
point.
she's a golden girl, then I'm 1 foot in the grizzly.
We are the crypt keepers.
I am.
Oh, no,
I got
no.
the key to the heavenly
Yes.
gates. That ain't right.
No, I mean, I think for me, but I'll say this: a lot of what I was I had heard a lot of rhetoric when I first started like getting in the dating streets, like, oh, we don't want this, we don't want that, we don't want this. But then when I started actually dating,
Wait, what do you mean we don't know this, we don't want this, we don't want that?
Who didn't know what?
Okay, I don't know if y'all are familiar with the YouTube space or anything like that, but y'all know I be on the YouTube space.
Okay.
And so a lot of guys were saying that they didn't want women over 30. They didn't want women to have a child and they're not married. So a single
canceled.
mother. Yeah, that was the two main things that I remember.
Okay.
And so I was both of those. And I'm divorced, or divorced or divorcing at the time. And so I said to myself, well, dang, like,
Out the game.
I'm out the game then. I mean, what am I going to do? So I was like, okay.
So what the hell we supposed to be doing? Just babysitting?
Well, here's the thing, though. I feel like a lot of guys will say things.
Exactly.
They will say, like, I don't want this, I don't want
then
that.
go
I don't
get
want
Until they
that.
experience.
Until they see you.
Until they see you. Exactly.
Until they
Until
see
they
you.
experience you.
experience
Well,
you.
they-
That's true, right? Because
No, and I don't mean it in that.
an enigma.
Yeah, because
Yes,
I don't
all the
mean it in the
things,
physical
baby.
sense, but like when people come into my
Right.
space,
Sure. Experience
and
your
they
energy. your
get around
vibe.
my energy,
Sure.
they be like, "You're 50, what?" Because I'm more lit than these young people.
I agree with
Because
that.
I know where to go. I know the best food. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like I know the restaurants.
Right.
And I've already tried them, and I can tell you, oh, that one just opened. Oh, the chef is too young. He doesn't know. They don't have seasoning. You know what I'm saying? Like I know foods.
Yep.
I know travel destinations. I know travel hacks and discounts and ways to get there better and for less. I know where to go and what's the popular spot and what's not the hot spot.
But then
So-
also too, your natural energy. You're very vibrant and like exuberant. You give
No,
a lot
really,
of energy.
really are. No,
Yeah.
I agree with that. No, you're
Dang.
super. I mean,
Shoot.
you know, when meeting you and being around you, your energy is contagious. It's infectious and very positive and light. So to me, like I love your energy. I just
Thank
think
you.
when people don't have, they say a lot of things they don't want. Like we can have all these lists of like, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. And
Yeah, yeah.
you don't, you've never, when you actually get in front of that person and you actually are seeing them and experiencing them, to your point, that no longer happens. So when I started dating, I mean, you know, I was like, okay, now Sam, what do you want? Because I think what we do need to talk about, this is off the, I'm going off the card already.
It's all right.
It's
Go
all
ahead.
right.
I think when you start dating after being married, you're completely different, right? Because you date like a wife. You don't date.
That's 100% right.
Date like a wife.
You date like a wife, meaning
Dig
that
into that. Yes.
Yes.
when you start dating, and this is my experience, maybe your experience as well.
100%.
But when you start dating after that, you start making things work. You see red flags, you got that make it work mentality. That like, despite all that I'm seeing, I have this desire to make it work, like I've been trying to make it work.
for the
And you may be making it
marriage.
work with the wrong person. So you getting to the point of marriage with somebody else very quickly.
That's right.
And like working with them. And it really is like
Now, is that out of
a
habit?
residual.
Is it out of habit because that's how you
That's
functioned
a mindset.
when
It's
you
a
were trying
mindset.
to work it out in your marriage?
Yes, it's a marriage
Yeah.
mindset. So when you have a wedding, like a wife mindset.
A wedding mindset.
Well, not a wedding, but like
No, but I understand. You're right.
you know, bride and wife are two different things.
Ma'am, touch
You know
on
what
that.
I'm saying? She
That's,
look,
a,
I hit
that's
a nerve.
a one-day deal.
That's a look. The bride and wife are two different things.
Bride is a one-day deal.
Because a lot of people are so excited to be a bride, but they're not ready to be a wife.
A wife.
Ma'am.
Wife requires a whole different level
That's
of
the
skills.
same thing with husband.
That's true.
No? Ooh, come
Men
on.
like the procedure, the whole planning and the nice tuxedo and the whole thing. But when it's time
the
to actually...
ever after part that gets a
that
little
forever,
hairy.
ever, be like, forever, ever.
Yeah.
I think they like the title, but not the responsibility.
But wait, okay, so
Yeah,
let's put
yeah.
a pin in that for a second, because I
Sure.
love where you were going with this sort of
Yeah.
wife mentality and
Wife
dating.
mentality,
I
yeah.
think that's really important.
So I don't think enough people talk about this in like with people that have been divorced or been married before, but that first relationship outside of the marriage, you go all in. You really go all in. Like, and
But
it's
then
hard.
you scare the guy because then he's like, wait, I ain't trying to get married.
Yeah.
Right.
You're like, well, I'm not saying I'm trying to get married. I'm trying to make it work.
But it's
a
a
habit,
mentality.
boo. Right. I'm just being who I've been being.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have a mentality that you have to kind of like learn how to date again as a single
But
woman.
it's hard
not
to
a
date
wife.
in this world because this is a twerking world. This is
a
not
twerking,
this
booty
world
backing
is-
world.
No.
We're backing that thing up.
No. No.
Booty backing
Booty
world.
backing it up.
They talking about the colors of their body parts and what the stuff is. And the,
Yeah.
this stuff is wrong right now. Because, listen, it's wrong. And I don't care. Here,
I don't think
said
it's
it.
working for us though.
It's nasty.
not working
it's
for us.
wrong.
It's
Guys,
not working for us.
Ladies, y'all are not leaving one damn thing to the imagination.
Come on.
One.
Y'all not giving a guy nothing to
Come
aspire
on.
for because you're bent over to you, touching your toes with a thong on television, twerking, and you're not giving the man nothing to even imagine. Ooh,
And
one
desire
day I bet
for.
how she looks. You don't
He
give him
already
nothing.
know.
And
He
it
know
just-
how
and-
it
and you
smelled, what
take-
it looked like, and everything
He
else.
smell it
At
through the
brunch.
TV at brunch.
He got it all figured out.
At brunch, y'all.
So
It's
he
at brunch.
checked it off. Check. I figured that out.
It's bad. It's bad out here. And so I'm probably like a nut. Someone told me date me is like dating like an old classic car, you know, like a whole old classic restored Mustang
Oh.
in a world of all these fiberglass ass cars.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Because I'm like, what is going on? Now don't get it twisted. That don't mean I can't bend it over and twerk it if I
That's
want to.
right.
But that's a private moment. That's not something you do out in the street
Yes.
or on a corner.
My
or
body
in
won't
front of a
even let me
Waffle
do
House.
it. My
Yeah.
body physically will not
keep
even. I can't even posture with it. It
Oh,
can't. I just.
well, I
Well, I
mean,
can posture with it.
no. I'm talking about.
she
in
said,
public.
"Ah."
No, in public.
I
teach you
can teach
Oh, I
you
can't
to
do it.
posture
in
now.
public.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I can't do it in public.
I think that that's part of my biggest thing. What I talk about a lot on my platform is that I'm really I'm not happy with the way that women conduct themselves today.
That's so good and
online.
refreshing to hear from someone in their 30s.
yes.
Yes, I don't, and honestly, a lot of men feel the same way. So it's like us,
love that.
really women, we're in competition with each other. We're not really trying to get men because if you're listening to men are saying, if you look on the space, they're saying they don't want women that are like this. They talking about body count. They talking about this and they're all these different things that they talk about.
They don't want Tatiana.
No, they
sing
don't.
about it, but they don't want her.
They don't.
That's not who you're wifing.
And even in the song Tatiana, he's not talking about wifing her.
Well, that's
He's
the
talking
thing.
about being with her. You know what I'm saying? It's
Listen
experiencing
here.
her.
Yeah.
Y'all done said something
even
just
know that
now.
song.
That's a word. He may
word.
want her, but he ain't wifing her.
No.
because
There's
a difference.
it's a difference. Like he
Right.
may want you for the night or for a few hours.
Yeah, yeah.
But are you his forever?
Here's the problem.
If
Y'all,
that's what
don't
you're
let me
going
get to
for.
jumping. Here's the
Don't let me
problem,
get to
though.
jumping.
This is the issue.
Ah.
This is the issue.
What
Yes,
issue?
go for it.
Because we still have not learned in today's society the difference between sexual attention and actual like intentional wife attention.
right.
So all of us are trying to get all this women attention
You
is a
need
currency
to
for women.
mentor. Wait, hold on. She needs to mentor. Girl, you gonna make me start back up my foundation, Lost Ones, because the girls are lost.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's why I started the Lost Ones Foundation years ago, because I figured a lot of guys do things to impress girls. So that's all the cars, the jewelry, the the
Right.
way they dress,
Right.
and all the antics they do for women, flashing
Yes.
money and et cetera. If women became a little more modest
Yep.
and left a little bit to the imagination,
Yep.
men would be like, oh wow, this woman, they hold them to a higher regalia.
That's
They
right.
hold them up to a different.
I mean, how many times have you guys met a guy that potentially had intentions around you, good intentions, and he said, "Don't make it too easy for me."
yeah, they don't want.
They don't
Ain't
want
nobody
easy.
ever told me that.
They said,
I've
"Don't
never
make it
heard that
easy."
before,
They
but
never
maybe,
said
They never
maybe
said
that's
that to me.
because I've never made
Like,
it
please
easy.
make it easy.
They're like,
Very
make it
difficult.
easier.
Easy.
freaking difficult.
That's what I get. It's like you
can't
do
afford
it
you. I
too much.
can't
No,
do that.
this will
We're
be on the
not going
first
to
date. They'll be
Italy.
like, oh, girl, just don't make it easy for me. Whatever you do,
No,
keep it hard
I never.
for me.
Maybe I need it.
They like it
You must, she do got some bend over in her there. Let me find out.
But I'm okay with it.
You slow down.
But no, that's not what they're saying. This will be a dinner. I'm saying they're saying make sure you keep it difficult for me
make
because
it
I
hard.
like you.
Yeah,
they're
that's
like,
good.
you know, make it.
That sounds like a grown man talking though. That
that's
sounds
what
like some grown man.
yeah.
Like I know myself and I got some things going on for myself. Don't make it easy for me.
Yeah, make it hard, girl.
But I'm
I'm
the
like,
kind of person
absolutely.
that make it hard anyway.
That's
you
right.
know, because naturally, in my perspective, I have a lot, not maybe too many standards, but I have like a certain standard in my mind.
As you should.
And I think a lot of men don't want to pursue the way that they used to. Like a lot of men,
They don't
wanna-
have
They're
to.
not used to
No,
it because
no,
they
no,
don't
no.
have
They
to.
don't have to.
They don't have
Because
to.
they
These
don't
girls
have
are
to.
just throwing it on a platter.
Like
When you
somebody, you know, a man told me this.
What?
He said women are giving it out away like Halloween candy.
Listen.
Halloween candy. He
The
said.
cheap kind.
What
too.
T.I. say? They effing for bowls of baked ziti?
You said what?
T.I. said they effing, they
She
screwing
know
for
the
bowls of
lyrics.
baked ziti. That's a lyric.
For who? Who said that?
T.I. said it.
He did that as a
Well, he probably
Because they did
That's
for
right.
less. For
They make-
less. They're
they
going to
do it.
Wingstop.
They go ahead.
They
because
going to Wingstop.
because women just want to be attached to men with a lot
But
with
then
that
you
have
know
things.
what? That's why
Not
it's a sad people. It's a
being
sad
nobody's
scenario because hurt people hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
I always say this because these women are just looking for love. At the end of the day, that's what
They're looking for
they
to
don't-
be sponsored, in my opinion.
You think?
they
I don't-
looking for a non-profit.
Well, there's that too.
They're looking for a non-for-profit. They don't. I see a lot
They're
of
looking to
women.
be sponsored.
They're looking to be
Not-for-profit.
sponsored. They're looking for a sponsor, somebody that's going to take care of them,
Yeah.
and then do not question them. Do not ask me why I'm wearing what I'm wearing. Do not ask me why I'm doing what I'm doing. Don't ask about the girls trip. It's like I want all the benefits and perk package of being with a man without the responsibility, which we're also saying vice versa with men, that men are doing the same thing, that I don't want the responsibility, but I want a companion. I want somebody who's down for me. I want all the benefits of having somebody in my life without the responsibility of having
right.
somebody in my life. And we have women on the flip side in today's society saying the exact same things.
Exactly.
And that's a problem because I think that at the end of the day, it doesn't benefit us. If you look at our young girls, in the psychology of young women, we are the most depressed we've ever been. We're the most insecure we've ever been. We are
Anxious.
dealing with suicidality on a high level.
Social media.
I mean, it is social
It is
media.
social
Social
It's that-
media because you're spending all these countless hours looking at
Comparing
others'
yourself.
lives. And you know the comparison is a thief of joy.
Or a
100%.
microcosm of people's
Amen.
lives because that's not even real what
That's
they're
not
watching.
real. You're looking at highlights of people's
Highlights,
lives.
yeah.
I just watched something. It was like 4:00 in the morning, and it was a little girl. Her mom posted this though, which I don't quite understand. The little girl was crying. She came from school and she was like, "Mom, they called me ugly." Da, 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 da. I'm gonna DM the mother because I'd love to talk to the little girl. You know what I mean? Like. The mother kind of setting her daughter up wrong too with some of them ponytails and stuff. You cannot. The mama got like 700 bows and barrettes and stuff. Get a girl a nice little bun.
Right.
Let's soften the blow.
Oh, Lord, let's
I ain't being funny. No, sorry, that's not funny. Let me stop.
skip
For real. Let me stop. Don't cancel. Lord, please. We're not
gonna say the mama set her up now. Lord. Just keep going.
No, but
Yeah, we good. We gon'
no,
clean
you
that
got
up.
it. But you also, I could talk to her mother really about, and I'm being serious. I know it sounds funny, but really how to stylize her daughter a little different
Right.
to
It's
not a bad thing.
soften some of her, because I see some of what the problem may be with the
Sure.
child. But that's so mean. We're in a cold-blooded world. First of all, why would her mother post that? So I would first ask her to please delete that because now she's embarrassing her daughter on a global scale. You
Right.
know what I mean? She got to deal with the little girls and the teachers.
Right.
Now people going to be walking up to her, pitying her, which is going to embarrass her even further.
Sure.
So you're not really fixing the problem. Because me, I'd be like, take that hammer and you go find a little bitch in the morning.
Oh, Lord,
I ain't got no
Jesus.
daughters.
Oh,
Fix
Lord.
it, please.
Not a hammer. You about to send her to juvenile.
Hammer her hands or nails,
Oh,
do something.
no.
But you know what I did one time? There was a kid that was teasing my son. I went and had lunch with him. I got a picture, it's a picture of Kyle. He has on a blue sweater. He's in his cafeteria. I sat in front of him. I went and had lunch with him. And I said, show me the kids that you're talking about. So then one walked by. He was like, him? I said, that boy is flooded. I said, his pants way up there.
Flooding here
I
in
said,
hot
he flooding.
waters.
I said, hurt people, hurt people. He's got stuff going on at home. He can't get no pants to fit. Look at his shoes, they run over. I said, don't say it to him, but he's dealing with stuff. You know what I mean? He's probably can't pay for his lunch. So that's why he's attacking you.
Absolutely.
Because he's a hurt boy. Then the other one I said, them yellow ass teeth, we could scrape her teeth and butter the bread right now. Ooh. That's why she teasing you. So you know what I mean? You gotta explain to the child, hurt people.
Right.
But also tell her to defend herself and don't post it on social media.
Right.
And also don't give her 16 ponytails. Just give it like slick it back and get some braids or something.
Yeah. No, I agree.
You know what I mean? She can fix her little look a little bit.
But I think social media is definitely impacting people. I mean, because I can remember, I talk about this a lot. I remember when I was younger, the big thing was Victoria's Secret catalogs.
Oh, yeah.
The catalogs, right? And I read this study that said that women psychologically would be like have a negative impression of their self-image after looking at a Victoria's Secret catalog, and this is when airbrushing had just been discovered. Like these are not real photos, and I'm like, social media is that times a million.
Yes, it is. It is
because it's not Heidi Klum.
First of all,
it's
my grown
your
self
schoolmate.
will look at social media and be like, "How she get a Bugatti?" You know what I'm saying? Like it's really. It's really like
the spirit of comparison.
It's the spirit of comparison, and like you have to. That's why you have to take a hiatus sometimes.
You do,
and you got to also have reality checks and say, "Come on now." You have the perception check and say, you know that this is not what's really going on in all these people's lives. They leasing these cars.
Yeah.
They borrowing them. They sitting at the dealership taking test drives, doing photo shoots around the corner.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They doing a bunch of stuff.
I think to that point, to what you were saying about dating and how the women are showing up, it's like, but so if they don't have, to get a load of this one though, right? Like, so if they don't have a point of reference in their parents or the women around them, where do they anchor themselves to say, this is not how I'm supposed to show up? I can't be twerking in a thong at brunch.
I think that's where we come in.
Right? I just saw,
wait.
I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt y'all, but for real, because I cannot forget this. I just saw a campaign with a rapper that she's basically showing her and her friends invading a country club where, like they're having an astute like breakfast or having a tea. And she's showing like, we here, don't matter, we twerking. I was like, why is this okay? And who is approving this budget? And who's saying that's what we want to show our little girls that it's okay to do? Because that's who's really viewing them. We're not ordering their albums or buying their short sets or whatever they got on.
I mean, that's part of the reason I even like do what I do. It was part of because my daughter doesn't have any role models. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's not any. Now there are some.
There's a few.
There are some. I'm not gonna say, but they're not as. I always put the onus on men. Women are only purely looking at attention. And that's why I say, again, sexual attention versus attention. So men are looking at these videos, these models that are wearing whatever, and they're giving all this attention. And women's like, well, I've got to be like that to get that kind of attention from that kind of man.
That's right.
And so me doing what I'm doing and what we're doing is like our voices, our opinions, our perspectives. And we're beautiful women, but we have a perspective that's what makes us attractive. Not so much, I'm walking around in a bathing suit.
That's right.
And doing all this stuff to get somebody's attention or to have favor on me. You know?
Guess what? They don't even want it. We're conservative. We are very boring in this world right here. I
don't think we're boring though.
We're not. I'm saying, but
that's how they perceive it.
No, because I think that in my experience on this social media world, me having an opinion and looking the way I do has gotten hot quick.
That's right.
And I think it's because it's what the game is missing.
Yes.
I really do believe that. I believe that having an educated woman, a woman that can complete a sentence and have a whole thought, spiritual, moral compass, whatever, and then also take care of herself and look good. Like I've had men from all walks of life, from the top to the bottom, that will reach out and be like, keep doing what you're doing. They be like, keep doing what you're doing, Sam.
Doing what you're doing.
They don't know nothing about my past.
That's right.
They don't know nothing about who I was attached to. They only see what I'm doing right now.
That's right.
And they see like, wow, that's quality.
Well,
and a lot of men are saying there's not a lot of quality out here.
Right.
So you want to be chosen by this dude, for a night? I want to be somebody's choice every day.
That's
for
right.
a lifetime.
For a lifetime.
In perpetuity.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna start using perpetuity in every episode.
You on a roll.
I like
perpetuity.
It's a great word, though.
I don't be saying forever, ever.
It's a great word, like perpetuity. Forever. I loved when she said that. That was such a great way.
Right, exactly. No, but that's what you want. And to me, the ones that don't want it, or as my girlfriend says, the ones that ain't using it ain't using it.
They ain't using it.
Right?
They will abuse it anyway.
They're going to abuse it anyway.
And that's, I mean, I think it's interesting, like, dating and everything like that. How is it for you? Like,
but wait, okay, how's it for me?
How is it for you? How is dating for you?
I think I said this before. The hardest part about dating for me is people getting over their perception of me.
Oh.
If they just give me a chance, just have a conversation, just go to dinner. There's this one guy that I was interested in, and I even said, look, we can just do business together, whatever, it's whatever. But I think he just really fears being in my space. I think I don't know. I don't know. I'm in a very weird.
Yeah. So when you like somebody, do you pursue, like, do you say anything, or how do you?
I absolutely do not.
If I like somebody, I'll say something, but I won't say I like them. Well, yes, I will. I don't know. Yes, I will.
So you are more open. You'll be like, hey, look, I think do you hit him with a DM? Do you go outside? Like, how do you?
Wow.
Yeah, if you see him on Instagram or whatever, do you?
Nah, that's corny. Nah, I don't really, unless I know him. Like, if I know him, I might make a comment under one of his posts.
Okay.
Or, like, I'll DM him. I won't do it on his page, but I might DM him and be like, okay, that suit, you killed him. You know what I'm saying? I'll give him a compliment.
It's still discreet, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to be like, I sure want to see you later.
It'd be nice to go to Waffle House.
Come on, daddy. What time you get off?
Right. You're not giving any direct hints, but definitely.
I won't be that obvious.
Yeah.
It's going to take a very unique, he's going to have to be cultured. I don't know what kind of guy I'm going to end up with. But, you know, I say, well, maybe I don't know what God has in store. Yeah. I'm just willing to wait. I'm curious to see. I'm having fun in the interim. In the interim, I'm just traveling. Oh, I'll tell you a funny story, though.
Oh, I love stories.
Oh, this one's funny. I went to Italy. I took a little self-trip to Italy. I was gone for about 6 days. And I'm balling a budget. Like, I'll find the most discounted hotels. I'll find specials or, you know, whatever it is.
The most discounted 5-star hotels, because her vacations are fabulous.
Look.
They're very fabulous.
I mean, gosh. But anyway.
I've been lucky enough to go on one of those whirlwind.
Oh, God,
Wanderlust
Morocco
adventures.
and Paris. Yeah,
Yes.
we do stuff. We do.
Yes.
I love
because
that.
you get one life.
Chasing sunsets.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for sunsets. I'm chasing sunsets.
I love that.
That's my thing. I think my son Kyle is in charge of certain sunsets. So I'm a sunset chaser. I'm planning on doing a coffee table book called Sunset Chaser, where I collect sunsets from all over the world and I, accumulate the pictures and I edit them. And I want to curate this book of my sunsets. Yeah. So anyway, back to my story. So I went to Italy and I'm on a dating app. So I changed the location naturally because I wasn't in Atlanta.
Sure.
So these guys in Italy started all hitting me up. I'm like, oh, so it's calling them. So it's like, hey, you're in Rome, I want to take you to coffee. So I'm like, okay, I can meet him at the most public place. It was cute. Most public place, and I'll have coffee with this person or tea or whatever. Broad daylight, 12 noon, easy. That way if he's crazy, I can run through the square and never see him again.
Sure.
So I get there. First of all, he's 4'11". No, he's probably like 5'1". He's short. His shoes look like he walked from the walls of Jericho.
She said the walls of Jericho.
He looked like he walked
Lord.
from, I'm into fashion, so I looked down like, what are those? What are those? I looked, what are those? And then on his profile, it said he was a dentist. So his teeth looked like he chewed all the damn cobblestone to get to me. I was like, how are you a dentist?
Sir, I'm sorry.
So
if you're watching it.
I didn't know how to do this. So I didn't know what to do. So I'm like, okay. So I'm talking to myself. I'm like, I need a GoPro because there's nobody in life would believe this. Where is my camera? So I just had to play it off. So he's just like, I want to show you the square. So he's showing me all these stores. First of all, don't show me no stores. Don't show me no stores. You showing me we window shopping?
Are we going in the store to get something for me?
No, we're not getting nothing.
Right.
He's showing me stores. So he's showing me. Oh, this is a bird. If it's Fendi. I said, babe, I know what all these stores are. I've been doing this a long time. I'm very much into this fashion thing, and you really playing with my emotions, Smokey, by taking me in all these stores. Okay, so we go to these stores. So then we get into the square. I'm walking ahead of him, trying to kind of separate myself, like we are not together, because people looking like, I'm in my pretty orange dress. I'm all pretty and stuff like, what? So here we go. We finally got there. I said, you want to just go have lunch? Let's just, forget the store thing because it's not working out. Let's just go have lunch. You want to sit and have at the cafe? He's like, but I want to walk to the cafe down the street. These are all trashy tourists. I said, well, I'm a tourist. We're going to do the tourist spot where everybody's at and they can see me. So then he got mad because I wouldn't do the little side corner cafe because no telling what was on the other side. Mm-hmm. And he was like, this is not working out. You don't smile. I said, you said I had nice teeth. I must smile or something. And he just said, I said, so you just want to let's just have a coffee. He was like, no, it's not working out. And he just walked away into the crowd. He ghosted me.
Oh,
I was so happy.
Dating can get a little tricky. Have you?
No, that was so funny. And then wait, he sent me a message. I got to tell you the way it ended. So he sent me a message and said, if you're going to date, he said the best person for you to date is a mirror. He said the best person for you to date is a mirror. He said, and if you're going to go out with someone, you should try smiling. Oh. I said, if you're going to call yourself a dentist, I had to kill him. I had to kill him.
What did he say once you pointed out his teeth?
Your teeth cannot be as gray as the Vatican, and we try to feel you cannot be.
What did he say?
Oh, Lord, Pope John Paul the fourth ass nigga. Like, if you don't get up out my face talking to me, nothing. I just said, if you're going to call yourself a dentist, you may want to start with yourself because you're your best business card. Your turned over ass.
Very nice. Well, you kept it classy.
I
Good.
did. I didn't go in. But that was funny because he ghosted me in the middle of the square.
That's crazy.
I could have been lost. But see, that's why I don't know about this dating thing. These dating apps, this ain't going to work. I need somebody, please, where the camera? Please introduce me to someone nice, a nice man who has his stuff together, who loves his family and his mother and everything, and who is open to fashion advice and has a budget to be repaired.
Yes, exactly. And I will say, just to close out the circle on the young women that are twerking at brunch.
Twerking and working.
Twerking and working. Listen, not all attention is great attention.
No, absolutely. Not every dollar is worth making.
Not all money is good money.
Every dollar ain't worth making. I think a lot of young women... That's my big thing.
They get how they live. They don't care.
Yeah, they see it now, but you don't understand the cost of it later. Like, okay, yes, you may be getting this attention now. Yes, it may be you may be feeling like, oh, you that thing. But at what cost? Because
overall, you know what I want everybody to realize? Everything that you put out into social media is permanent.
It is.
Even when you delete it. You see old tweets coming up from politicians and all kinds of people that are messing up because 10 years ago they said something.
Yeah. Right.
So just think about when you may not have children now, you may not be this responsible, but you may end up finding the man of your dreams or having a child, and she's gonna see your whole booty hole being brown.
But even that, it's gonna limit you. Men are not settling down like they used to. Why? Because there's so many women throwing themselves. They have they have a lot of options.
Too easy.
They got too many options. Why am I gonna put in work for you when I got this other one right here that's willing to do whatever I want, and then there's gonna be this other one. And so it's like, if you are doing that, you also understand that if I'm getting it like this from so many different women, you can't be doing exactly what they're doing, thinking that whatever I flip up on the ceiling and drop on you is gonna make a difference. No. And I think a lot of women put too much into the sexual activity, like, what I can do, thinking that that's going to lock a man down.
If you have someone good,
that's not going to happen.
No, stay with them.
Yeah.
If you have someone good, these guys out here dating and switching and jumping from woman to woman. If you have someone good, invest the time into that person. You know what I mean? Because it's an investment. It's all a time investment. Because for you to jump from her to someone else, you got to start over from scratch, get to know her, put money into her, fix her. You know what I mean? Like, guys, stop jumping around. Everybody's just wild. Everybody just needs to take a chill pill.
Yeah, I think men and women need to have higher standards for who they decide to be with, because overall, men are dealing with women, and they're dealing with a lot of women just thinking that it can be more casual. They can just juck and jive, and it's like, you can't not do that. Your whole lineage could be affected by the woman you choose. Oh. You could be locked up in jail for 2 years because you messed with the wrong woman. You could be, you could spend your whole life trying to battle a reputation because you chose the wrong person to lay down with. Woo. So men need to also have higher standards about who you lay down with. What spirit are you actually allowing in your home?
Ties.
We're allowing men to be too casual with the women that they're deciding to be with, and it's ruining legacy. It's
Absolutely.
ruining
Legacy.
legacy doing it.
100%.
Well, you know what? I want to put a pin in this discussion
I love
because
that.
this is a whole other episode.
Oh.
Yeah.
And being more discerning about who you decide to let in your space.
Yeah.
But this was a good one, ladies.
I agree. We went a lot of different
We
places.
went a lot of different
We
places
did.
that were
Well,
all
we
needed.
showed it.
I hope everybody can keep up because I sure couldn't.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that was fun. It was fun.
And
That
here
was
we
fun.
stand.
And here we stand.
Ah!